Hey everyone, and welcome back to Shiv and G's Worldwide Splash. Today we're taking you around Corfu, one of the greenest Greek islands in the Ionian Sea. We've packed a lot into this trip, so whether you're planning your own holiday or just dreaming of Greece, hopefully this video gives you a few ideas. And yes, there will be plenty of food.
We're just waiting for the rental car pickup. He's not arrived yet, but he will be here soon. We got lots of bags and we're gonna go grab some foods first. Where are we? Where are we?
That's why I practice Kung Fu. Oh no, Corfu, sorry. Corfu. Kung Fu and Corfu. And
Whoa. Oh my gosh, these guys are so nice. They've given us a little wine with some very low alcohol content. So we have some fruits.
For this trip, we stayed in a beautiful villa just outside of Corfu Old Town, towards Achilleion, which turned out to be the perfect base for exploring the island. It was peaceful, surrounded by gardens, roamed by goats and other animals who even stopped over for breakfast one morning. We had a lovely pool for cooling off after long days exploring and plenty of space to relax in the evenings.
One thing we've realised while travelling is that where you stay really shapes your experience, and having somewhere like this made coming back each evening something to look forward to. Our first stop was Achilleion Palace, built for the Empress Elizabeth of Austria, better known as Sisi, or Sissy, as Shiv liked to call her. She was fascinated by Greek mythology, especially Achilles, and that influence is everywhere, from the statues to the architecture and the spectacular gardens overlooking the Ionian Sea.
so here we are at Achilleion Palace, which is a beautiful villa coast here in Corfu, built by some crazy lonely spinster who was
Hey! Her name's Sissy. Later got used as a military hospital, military something else. Actually, before that, some other guy bought it, right? And then the military situation happened, and then it became a casino.
And then the king, Kerkyra, was like, I'm taking this is mine, bitch.
When? This was after the assassination. I think he's talking
doing, yeah.
1890.
She was like, bang, 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 and then he was like, this is mine.
I don't think he assassinated.
So here we are at the back of the Achilleion Palace, and that's the statue of Achilles in the background there. You can see it's actually pretty big. There's this gorgeous view in the background. You can see the coast, and you can see another fortress on the hill. But yeah, outdoor bathtub. I wonder why she had that. I don't know.
I was telling George, this is inspiration for our house. We're gonna have the little gardens with the over arches and a bathtub outside. When he's in the doghouse, I say, go outside.
Yeah, I guess this was like the olden time version of like having a giant TV on the wall or a Rolls Royce on the drive. It's like being able to have fountains and statues and gardens and plants imported from different parts of the world, you know? Having palm trees brought over.
Afterwards, we headed down to Garitsa. One of our favourite little moments was accidentally wandering into what looked like an ordinary building from the outside, only to discover this beautiful little chapel inside. Perfect just to take a moment's silence, take it all in.
We grabbed a bite to eat at Komisa. One thing, though, that you will quickly notice in Greece is just how fresh everything tastes.
That's komisa, spicy feta dip, tzatziki, which is pronounced
Tzatziki.
a little Corfu draft. I don't know how to describe this since I'm not a beer drinker. And for the English boy, some beer battered cheese.
Beer battered saganaki. She said it's traditional, but I don't know, look, it looks pretty British to me. Served with a wedge of lemon as well. Look at that big ass steak.
If you only know Corfu from postcards, you've probably seen Garitsa without knowing its name. It's the bay that curves right below the old fortress, and it's the oldest suburb of Corfu town. Not a resort, not a party strip, but really where actual Corfians jog at sunset.
George wants to do that really bad. So you don't tell us when the goggles.
I want to drop it.
2 kilometers of seaside walkway, the longest on the island, running from the old fortress all the way to the windmill at the far end. On one side, you've got parkland and some of the best restaurants, arguably, in Corfu. And on the other, that view of the fortress across the water with fishing boats parked in between.
So here we are standing outside some old building, probably a national building, as it looks really nice and it's got a flag on top of it. I think one of the really nice things about being on an island, just being able to walk a lot, it feels like the pace of life is a lot slower, but be able to walk along the coast and just see the sea, feel the tide. Feels like everyone's quite chilled out, like everyone's been super friendly. Gave loads of recommendations, asked us our names, gave us their names. It just felt really personable. It's been nice to explore the centre, this older part. Feels a bit more like European city.
George is like, oh, this looks like Bath. Oh,
This looks like some other place.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is this other place. I'm like, can it not just be Greece?
It can be Greece. It can be
It
Greece.
is. There's just a lot of influence.
It can be Greece, but it feels like Bath.
It's beautiful. The food is definitely Greek. I will give you that.
Yeah.
But everything else, it's really cool. We just saw some kids playing cricket.
White people teaching cricket, and they've got Indians doing manual labour. I don't know what's going on here, but everything's backwards. It's crazy. Come on, let's go and have a look.
As the evening cooled down, we wandered through Corfu Old Town. It's one of those places where you can just follow your nose, see where your eyes take you, and just happily get lost for hours. There are so many intricate and interesting things to see, and there's influences from Greeks, Romans, Venetians, even the British.
Palace of Saint Michael and George. That's you. You should go in.
George
go
Michael.
in.
Corfu Old Town does not look Greek. And that's kind of the point. Not in the stereotypical way, anyways, that you might be imagining it. If you look up while exploring, you'll see why the buildings are so tall and skinny. Everyone had to fit inside of the fortress walls, so the only direction left was up. Getting lost is a fantastic way to explore this place.
Just in time for my second ice cream.
Oh.
Crazy.
Booba.
It's sugar overload.
We sat down for a nice dinner at Saraki, and they had a lot of fresh fish on the menu.
So here we are enjoying the nice, calming, dulcet tones of Greece. You can hear the waves lapping at the shore, sailboats going past, and people mowing their lawns, as they like to do in Corfu. Really stunning place. We've seen, we went on a boat trip yesterday. So we did a little boat tour. We saw some coves. We saw some islands. We saw some fish in the sea.
Day 2 turned out to be our favorite day of the entire trip. After finding a place to park the car, we walked over to Garitsa. And while this beach may be surrounded by many others, this one in particular was incredibly beautiful. With the sun high and just enough wind, we decided to take on a boat tour.
Now, if you only do one thing in Corfu, make it this boat trip. The coastline here is unbelievable. Hidden caves, crystal clear water, tiny beaches you can reach only by boat, rocks bursting straight up out of the ocean. Everywhere you look feels like a postcard.
The guy on the boat recommended this place called Bella Vista Viewpoint. And when we got up there, it was closed. It was a cafe, actually. So then there was a neighboring area where there was a little bit of a balcony, and that is where we found our beautiful view. And we went up all the way to Byzantine Castle. That too was closed. You could still have a good time, because we did. We saw some nice exterior, captured some nice exterior, I should say.
Hey. Oh, shabby loamy. This is, I cannot enjoy the road because I have to worry about the bus.
After reluctantly leaving the boat, we headed up to Bella Vista. And somehow, the views just kept getting better. This was a viewpoint recommended to us by Leonidas, our boat driver. And despite it being closed, we still were able to successfully find a lookout point right next to it. One that we were more than content with because Corfu does not have a bad angle.
Then we climbed up to Angelo Castro, a Byzantine fortress perched dramatically on top of the cliffs. Unfortunately, we arrived after it had closed, but I hear that it's a bit of a climb, especially in the summer. But once you get up there, it's absolutely worth it.
And then we also went to the Sunset, didn't we? We went to the Sunset restaurant. It's called the Sunset Restaurant. And we had a beautiful dinner and caught an amazing sunset. Exactly what it says on the tin.
It's like it was inside of a village that's perched at the very top. I definitely think it's worth going to personally.
We ended up going for dinner at Sunset Restaurant. That was the name of the restaurant. And a very aptly named because you got an incredible view of the sunset over the mountains. You got an incredible view. The food was decent and homemade, but for me it was all about that view.
Now, day 3 was the last full day that I had in Corfu, meaning I was very eager to go check out the old fortress. Before you learn anything else about this place, know this. The island is not really called Corfu, it's Kerkyra. Corfu comes from the twin peaks of this old fortress, and Westerners named the whole island after the rock that they could see from the sea. Having guarded Corfu for centuries, this is one of those places where history and scenery come together perfectly for a 360-degree panoramic view. Originally, I thought I wanted to hit both the old fortress and the new fortress. But after having made it all the way to the peak in blazing hot weather and seeing that panoramic view, I was more than satisfied. Interestingly enough, there was a film shooting happening at the same exact time that we were making this climb. So there were plenty of people kind of stopping and trying to cover up who was there or what film they were shooting. All I knew for certain is I had worked up an appetite. And what better place to eat authentic food than a place called Cafe Europe?
I just love Europe. Whenever I come to Europe, I only ever eat at places like Cafe Europe. It's just love Europe. It's so European, man. I only ever eat it.
George makes it sound quite
Cafe Europe. I just love it. So European.
George is gonna take a nice dip in that. Is that right?
That's right. All right.
After having a lovely and absolutely not touristic meal, we drove over to Liepades Beach, went swimming, and enjoyed the cats who were roaming around. We also lucked out because they ended up giving us the lounging chairs for free since we were so late in the day and so close to sunset.
So here we are in Liepades. Just spent the afternoon swimming in that bright, beautiful blue sea behind us. One of the places where we came on the boat tour yesterday, and we found it's very windy right now, so I keep thinking tripod's gonna fall over. But we'll see what happens.
No summer weather, so if you're coming, just expect a bit or a lot of wind.
Yeah, a little bit chilly with the wind.
Now this meal deserves its own mention. Strivodikien. I'm going to say it again. Strivodikien. It was this fantastic, quirky little restaurant, again, in the middle of nowhere, just happened to pick it out on a map and said, let's go here. And it turned out to be delicious. This restaurant is, it's kind of odd little trinkets around there. It's got the old Vespa inside and had a cat and a dog walking around in true Greek fashion. A couple of tables upstairs. It's got things hanging on the wall. Everything was fantastic. The food was incredible, but the beetroot and carob salad completely caught us off guard. Just the flavors, the textures, the layers, the way everything was put together. It was delicious. And somehow one of the simplest dishes ended up being one of our favorites from the whole holiday. If you go to this place, I would highly recommend it. The beetroot and carob salad.
And right before George dropped me off at the airport, we thought we had just enough time to swing by the monastery. We went, had a walk, saw a load of cute kittens. I wanted to bring some of these cats home, you guys. We walked the perimeter of the monastery, Went in, prayed, saw some trinkets in the souvenir shop, talked to the guy who has worked there for years. I think he said more than 20 years. And then we got a little coffee. Scratch that. George got a coffee. I was just chilling.
Trip's leaving today. She goes to Bulgaria and we have to spend 4 days apart. What's your favourite part of the trip then so far?
Food last night. I was recommended to try the Greek salad here because it was traditional. Because even their Greek salad had the same ingredients as all the other places, but it just tasted better.
Way more flavours than
Way better.
yeah. It's a nice little location as well, isn't it? Those old town streets.
Yeah.
I actually thought the first day as well, the Achilleion Palace. I always think on the first days, like, because I'm like acclimatizing, I'm not in full appreciation mode.
That was beautiful.
But it was really nice, wasn't it?
So is this.
Yeah, this is
street. It's beautiful.
It's an incredible setting.
Incredible backdrop and
Yeah.
nice clear waters. Lots of boats around. Nice little seaside.
You see like the monastery.
I am just chilling.
You can see the boat, you can hear music and the sea. But we were speaking to the guy who works in the monastery. There's like a little shop that sells tourist souvenirs and stuff. And I said, yeah, how long have you worked here for? Yeah, he said his parents have owned it for years and he's been there for about 15. And I said, do you swim in the sea? And he's like, man, yeah, I prefer running. I haven't swum in the sea for about 4 years. We've talked about it a lot where we're like, oh, we would love to live in Greece. We'd love to like just come and live on a little island. And then we kind of said, well, how long before we got a bit bored, or how long before we start to take it for granted? And we're just like, oh, Greece or whatever. It's nice to be here for a little while. Just appreciate it while we're here, isn't it?
Yeah, there's just a different way of life in Greece. In the Italians say dolce far niente, doing nothing, right?
Yeah.
And here it's just a very relaxed way of doing life. People are very friendly, food is very delicious, but cheesy.
But cheesy, Alex.
Very
It's very cheesy. I'm working on that. I think I struggle a bit with the old dolce far niente. Feel a bit antsy to do stuff all the time. Maybe it's living in London, maybe it's just the way I am. But yeah, I'm working on my dolce far niente. One cheesy dish at a time.
All right, bye, George. Have a safe journey. Love you.
That evening, we accidentally discovered what became one of the most memorable experiences of the trip. We stopped in a little town and we asked some of the locals anywhere that we can get something to eat. And they said, yeah, you can try this little restaurant around the corner. And we walked in and the owner was sitting there with 2 other people and there's no one else in the restaurant. It's really quiet. He said, almost closing. I think we can make you something. There isn't actually a menu. We just kind of bring out whatever we have left or whatever we have in the kitchen. We make some dishes of. Boy, was it worth it. What followed was around a dozen homemade traditional dishes, each one somehow better than the last.
Which was the bottle from 1904?
It's up here. You see the martini?
Yeah.
It's next to martini.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what is it?
It's a Greek brandy, Metaxa. It's called
Metaxa.
Yeah. But the important thing is that it writes with the Greek letters cognac, which after the First World War, the French didn't allow Greece anymore to write cognac. So since then they write Metaxa. And this is a very old, I don't know if you know this instrument. It's called a terna, and was one of the first instruments here, before the Second World War. It has a sound, but it's not tuned up. There's no one else. There's nobody now to know how to tune it up. So it's, yeah. And the restaurant started, they start giving food in 1936. This is the wedding of my grandparents, out here, 1936. They were both 18 years old. They had a lot of food at the wedding. So the next day, it was my grandmother's idea. Say, why don't we give some food to the customers with a wine? And this is how it started.
Our final day ended up taking an unexpected turn. After hearing about a local family name connected to Corfu, we visited the archives to see if there were any records. Against all expectations, they actually found historical records. Following those clues took us up to the tiny village of Vistonas. Although we didn't find any living relatives, it felt really special standing somewhere connected to family history. And we got to have a tour of this old olive factory where my ancestors apparently used to make olive oil. To finish the trip, we visited Porto Timone, and honestly, we're amazed more people don't talk about this place. Pictures really don't do it justice.
I have always been a fan of Greece, and Corfu was no different, completely exceeding expectations in beauty, in its incredible beaches, amazing history, some genuinely unforgettable food, and just enough hidden gems to keep you guessing and exploring. If you've made it this far, let us know down in the comments. What was your favorite part? Have you been? Tell us what we should do next time, because we already want to come back. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next adventure.